Hello and welcome to the Ideal Forever Partner Magnet Podcast, the show where we explore the infinite benefits of creating the relationship of a lifetime, attracting our ideal forever partner like a magnet, and living our best life as the highest and best version of ourselves. I'm your host, Arell Holloway. I'm the results coach, fitness expert, former real estate investor, and founder of UTAIY, Unveiling the Angel in You, and the World Impact Compound Movement. This podcast is for overachievers and romantics that never learned the art of love relationships. That was me. Anyone wanting to improve their relationships and receiving and having, as well as giving unconditional love. And the biggest impact I can make in someone's life is to teach them how to manifest their ideal forever partner. So with this podcast, I'm dedicating to help souls around the world wake up to who you really are and what you really want in life, helping you on your path of learning about unconditional love by creating significant epic relationships that generate happy memories.
Topic from single to soulmate. What preparing yourself for your ideal forever partner means and why your readiness depends on finding your person. Arell's golden nugget. What other people think of you is none of your business. It's a quote from Joyce Hovis. When is the time to start preparing for our IFP? Now is the time to start preparing yourself for your IFP. Even if we don't meet them for a year or two. I created this space to teach you how to turn yourself into the magnet that draws your IFP to you. Otherwise, you could be spending years on searching for your needle in the haystack. When you find that needle, you may not even be ready because instead of preparing yourself to become the highest and best version of you, you've been spending your energy on searching to figure out who the right person is for you and getting them to like you. And figuring out if they're into you, and chasing after them, wondering if you are making a complete fool of yourself, and so on and so on. Okay, let me break it down for you here. Not because you're not smart. In fact, if you're even hearing this, then you're way ahead of most people who can't even hear me because what I'm unveiling here may go against their program in a major way. And we don't hear what goes against our program. But those people are not our business right now. We're focused on everyone in our group for now because on some level, you have all raised your hand and said, this interests me. The truth is, it's not your fault. You've not been given the information that you need in order for you to succeed in finding and living your best life with your IFP. I learned this the hard way. I wondered many times why I was never taught this art of relationships with my parents. But truthfully, they have still not figured it out for themselves. How can I expect my parents to teach me something that they never learned themselves, nor figured out for 45 years of marriage? Now, to some of you, this may seem harsh. Most of you probably. The funny thing about truth, it doesn't care about anyone's feelings. It can't stay focused on teaching you and sharing the truth if I'm worried at any time that someone will not like what I have to say. I'm going to share with you what my spiritual mentor of 8.5 years shared with me. She would always say, Arell, what other people think of you is none of your business. The first time I heard this, I was prepared to defend my point of view. The more I heard it, the more I realized the pure truth in it. Eventually hearing this relieved me and absolved me from the responsibility of what others thought of me. What other people think of me is none of my business. What other people think of you is none of your business. Now, something completely unrelated is wanting others to think well of me, but this cannot depend on how I feel. Otherwise, what other people think of me can't control me. Therein lies the danger. Have you ever been controlled by what other people think? It sucks, and it's a trap. Don't go in it. And if you're in it, get out fast. How many people in the world succeed at finding their IFP, which is what they learned from their parents, and what society is telling you that you should do to succeed? Pretty small percent, maybe less than 5% in the world. The rest are choosing their husbands and wives because they are tired of looking or out of convenience. Is this the worst thing ever? No, it's not. There are two reasons this is not the worst thing that could have happened. Number one, remember arranged marriages have been practiced for centuries, and some of them turned out well. Did they turn out well because they happened to meet the perfect match that their family arranged for them? Unlikely. But these successful couples were strong people that leveled themselves up to the highest and best version of themselves. So they did their best at whatever they took on. So they made the best of their marriage, and they made their marriage the best. Do you love what I did there? It's the truth, though. Number two, they turned their arranged husband or wife into their ideal forever partner, and they created your ideal forever partnership. So there's hope for everyone. So why am I trying to get your guys to wake up and realize that you should level yourself up first, especially if things can work out in anywhere? Okay, it's like this. I want you to get your best start. You have your best chance at your best life. There's a lot of mud to go through if you don't do your best to be your best and find your best match. Otherwise, it's like more hard work, and it will take a lot longer time. Time is something we are not promised. I don't want you to struggle and see the finish line only to get immediate. I don't want you to struggle and see the finish line only to get an immediate alert that your life may be ending before you get there. I want you to find and enjoy your best life with your IFP for as long as possible. Why make it harder than it absolutely has to be? Why not make it simple and productive? I want to break down two major options most people choose between. I want you to clearly hear them from my sharing that with you, so you can get an objective view and clarity on what works and what doesn't work. Option number two. I haven't done option number one yet. I want to start with two though. I call this the haystack method. Follow what you learned so far. That's number one. Number two, you try to meet people in bars, online, through dating sites, or let your friends fix you out. Number three, you go on dates to see what sticks to the wall, and all the while getting more and more discouraged and delusional and disillusioned that you will never find your person, your soulmate. Number four, hope for the best while searching for your person, your soulmate. Like searching for a needle in a haystack. Option two is what most people in the world are doing for years now. And just because it's not working, it hasn't changed things much. Most likely because we don't know what else to do. They're only doing this because they haven't got a better plan to replace it with. And also because their program is used to doing it this way. Never mind that it doesn't work or it never really has. Now, option number one, I call this the irresistible method. Why the irresistible method? Because in this method, I designed an avatar. Because in this method, I designed an inverted pitfall everyone falls into. What is this pitfall? It's a doozy. This pitfall is what we're spending so much time and energy on finding IFP, that we're not using that time the wisest. What would using this time the wisest look like? Before I answer, follow me here for a minute. If you're looking for your IFP and getting discouraged because you keep having to set your standards lower, and the people you're meeting are not seeing you as their IFP, it's because you're not polishing the silver before the guests come over for dinner. I mean, leveling up. So when you meet someone interesting, your silver is tarnished and not its best. Look at it like this. Let's say you're a car salesman and you want to sell your blue Camaro. Your store opens tomorrow. Are you going to spend time on advertising? Are you going to spend time on advertising, marketing, and more of that up to the time the door opens? Aren't you forgetting something important? Shouldn't you be washing and detailing the blue Buick so it shows its best and sparkles when anyone sees it? Shouldn't you make sure it is best mechanical shape and test drive it? This is exactly what I'm talking about. You should be sparkling when anyone meets you. The salesman neglected the most important thing, the thing he was selling. In truth, it didn't matter if 500 people saw the blue Camaro. It only takes one to buy it, the right one. The time the salesman wasted on advertising and marketing, he could have sold the car just by showing it and its best from the traffic that drove by his store. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? The new Camaro wasn't ready when it came time for the buyer's candidates to view it and evaluate it. I want you to be ready when your IFP candidates are looking your way. That's what option one works here, and here's how. Get clarity on what you want in your ideal forever partner by creating your IFP avatar. Level yourself up to the highest and best version of you while you're setting yourself up for success. This attracts potential IFP candidates to you. Date and seriously consider these IFP candidates, or you may need to adjust your IFP avatar. Select your IFP and live your epic life. If you're If you were giving your best friend advice on how to go about finding their person, which would you advise them? Well, then why is this so hard? I'll tell you what's so hard. We are programmed to follow option 2 instead of doing what actually works. Are you ready to be the ideal forever partner that will attract your high-level IFP like a magnet? Find out how ready you are if your IFP was standing in front of you right now. Take the IFP Magnet Scorecard quiz now and answer this quick 2-minute quiz, and we'll send you a personalized report, plus a complimentary PDF on how ready you are if your IFP was standing in front of you right now. Go to www.score.arell.vision. Score.arell.vision. Usually at this time, I would go into the affirmations and declarations meditation. That has its own time slot now, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I recently launched the 2024 Inner Peace Challenge, where you can learn how to create inner peace for yourself. Automatically share it out into the world to others. Consider rewarding yourself and accepting this challenge to add this integral part of leveling up to the highest version of you. It's free and will improve your life immensely. Take this epic journey with me at wicm.love. Thanks for sharing a part of your morning with me. I'm grateful that you did, and hope that you are more self-aware and evolved since we started 30 or so minutes ago. You can shift in this short of a time. Imagine what you can accomplish in a whole day, 1 month, 1 year. In our affirmations and declarations meditation portion, that's now Sundays, we use breathing techniques that enable us to move through realms of the past, future, and the present. Within the breathing techniques, you also were able to affect your blood flow, blood pressure, as well as your heart rate, your will. You can affect your body's organ functions and your will. Imagine what else you can do or have the capability of doing with specific training. We are infinite beings with infinite possibility, and that's the truth. Have a beautiful day, and recall this experience throughout your day. And remember that you can influence your body's mood and your mind's function and change how you feel. You also learn to move through past, future, and present realms. You don't get stuck in the past or the future. You can also influence and change how you feel in any given time or moment. There are a lot of abilities that don't even scratch the surface of our human ability. All it takes is taking charge. Finally, our weekly Ideal Forever Partner Magnet newsletter is out, and Unveil secret tips and hacks on attracting your ideal forever partner like a magnet. Get this weekly wealth of information in one place. Just go to the ifpmagnet.com and you can sign up and get started on weekly tips, secrets, and hacks to finding your IFP. Chat soon.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, please rate, review, and subscribe to the Ideal Forever Partner Magnet podcast. Your support helps us reach more souls in search of their unconditional true love. Check us out everywhere podcasts. Remember, you have the power to create heaven on earth through unconditional love. This is your life, no one else's. Grasp the courage to strive for the highest and best version of you